Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett with the Week Ahead report. It's currently the 30th of May, the current time is 7:52. And I guess welcome to the Week Ahead. It's certainly a wet and miserable day in Sydney. A few thunderstorms actually flying around at the moment, so if you can hear any cracking, that's obviously outside the window. Right, okay, what's happened, I guess, last week? A little bit of a summary. Obviously that's what Week Ahead report's all about. A little bit of summary about Friday night, and we look at some of the numbers, economic numbers which are due out. To see if we can pick up some good trends. I guess basically last Friday's trading was a little bit subdued but quite positive. I guess we didn't have a lot of data, but we had some concerning data concerning the ability of the US to pull out of its slowdown, and obviously things are slowing down there a little bit. Crude was up just a little bit, and gold certainly continuing to trade onwards and upwards, and I think if anything there, that's quite a few things actually helping that gold price to motor on. Okay, let's have a quick snapshot on, just so we're right back into it. And let me just grab that there. Okay, here we go, just quickly. We can see here that the Dow was up 38, S&P was up 5, the Nasdaq was up 13. Top 50 was up 19, FTSE was up 57. CAC was up 33 and the DAX was up 49. Local market fared okay. That was basically up 5 at 4,695. Okay, so I guess equity market's relatively stable. Let's have a look at some of the other markets. I guess the important one here is the dollar index, which we tend to look at. Dollar has been under pressure, and although I guess we've been looking for that dollar bull run or a little bit of pickup, the market really does want to focus. We have this long strength here, but I think if anything, this continual trend is just suggesting that people just want this trend to continue. So if anything, it's going to take quite some time to break out. So I guess if anything there, 75, let's see if that area holds, and I'd like to think just a little bit of an uptick there from here, and but let's see, good support down this lower end, and I think if anything there, we might see it just up just a fraction. Okay, that's the dollar yen, 75.26. The dollar index 75.26, and I guess if you look at some of the other currencies, particularly the dollar yen, 80.77. Now we are out of the dollar yen position. We basically took out of it, and it's 80.77 at the moment. If anything there. Yeah, 80, 70, good support there. Might see it just trade a little bit lower, but we are out of that position, so that seems to be okay. Aussie, the same sort of thing. That dollar weakness has certainly helped that currency, and I think dips now will be well supported. So I think across the board, just look at this dollar. It does look weak at the moment, but I think it will find support somewhere along the line. Now that's also affected some of the commodities. And as you can see, we've had a bit of a lift. Crude at 100.75, that's certainly up a little bit, and does actually look as though she wants to go a little bit higher. We are entering into the driving season there, so there's an anticipated demand for it. So I think that, in my mind, sends it a little bit better as well. So that's crude. Probably looking a little bit better bid than offered at the moment. Having a look at some of the others, same with copper. 418, it's had a strong night. Probably expectations are that it should continue to trade a little bit higher, and there it is there. Just good support. Remember, it's a litmus test there for global economy, so that seems to be okay. So that's crude. That's sort of copper, crude, gold. Let's have a quick look. 1537, and they want to keep that trading higher. So I think if anything there, probably expect not too much higher, but certainly to retest through that 1540 level. Okay, and silver, same sort of story there, relatively well bid, and just seeing that chart come up. There we are. In fact, probably needs to play a little bit catch up on gold. So anyway, let's see how that unfolds. Okay, of the grains, which we keep an eye on, obviously, corn. Just see that come up. There we are, corn. Steady at the top end of the range. You can't really see it, but it's all a bit slow. Steady at the top end of the range. These are all record levels too, by the way. So quite happy about that. Wheat's had a bit of a lift as well, 820. And I think, as we mentioned in our tweets the other day, happy to add on those positions. And there it is there, once again holding on to its highs. Okay, so let's have a look at the week ahead in terms of the calendar and see what sort of week we're going to actually have. And obviously it's always important because it'll certainly dictate how our markets will go. I guess at the end of the day we're looking for signs that the US economy will actually pick up, and with that will drag everyone else up with it. So I think it's all pretty good. But anyway, let's run through the data. There is quite a bit of data out this week, so we'll just slowly run through it. It's actually good to see a little bit of data, to tell you the truth, so we can really get teeth into things. Obviously, the end of the week is the key big ticket item, which is the US non-farm payrolls. Okay, but Monday, today, company operating profits in Australia, bit of data there in Japan, and as you can see, jobless rate there, industrial production in Japan, pretty important. Having a look at Tuesday, 31st of May, a little bit of data in Australia, not too much around the rest of the world, but we've got a lot of in Europe, a lot of retail sales, CPI, etc. We've got the S&P Case-Shiller stuff and consumer confidence out of the States, so pretty important on that front. Coming into Wednesday, and we've got the PMI, M4, MBA mortgage applications, construction spending, ISM, and domestic vehicle sales in the States, pretty important there. Coming into Thursday, we've got not too much, but non-farm productivity, initial jobless claims, and factory orders. That will give us the big lead which we need coming into Friday, where we've got change in non-farm payrolls. And once again, we want to see some good data here. The market just is really waiting out for it. So by luck, we will get the data we need, and we will see that recovery in those equity prices continuing. So that's pretty much about it for the week ahead report. I guess the key for me now is just checking that theme for that economics and making sure that the economies are moving. The fact that stimulus is going to start to roll, people might factor in some negative stuff, but we've got to really focus on what's happening on that front. Well, that's about it from me. I hope everyone has a good week, and we'll certainly talk to you a little bit later. And bye for now.